I think it is quite clear by now that this channel holds a specific title of being a nerd. It all began with CSGO videos and Outlast speedruns. We later evolved into making videos about new games that particularly involved anime girls and Asian MMOs/video games. You could even maybe call me popular Asian MMOs. We have even reached the pinnacle of Yappatron channel and started ranting about anime. With that, I would like to officially announce that nothing has changed at all. In fact, we are even talking about another Gacha styled anime game, which features everything we love already. Asian developers, anime, games, Gacha style. This time with more anime girl focus. This time, it isn't just some obscure anime girls, Gacha styled games that I'll only ever play an hour of most, but something that I find quite interesting. Welcome to Neverness to Everness. What is NTE? NTE, or Neverness to Everness, is the next hot game for nerds alike. Consider myself an expert by now. I would have to say that this game has some good potential. Imagine SCP, but less gruesome and heaps more anime girls. That's essentially what the game is, to put it in simple words. The world around you possesses many anomalies that range in severity and size. There is an organization that exists either to contain or neutralize the threat. See the similarities? Instead of a secret governmental facility and sites to contain and document these anomalies, it is an organization of characters, mainly women, that go into field operations to neutralize or contain such entities. The existence of anomalies aren't as hush as SCP. Much like Genshin Impact, you begin with picking your preferred gender for your generic main character that exists for purpose of the plot, and you are known as the Appraiser. The Appraiser appears at the site of a hypervortex, which is classed as a Class 8. The Appraiser has the unique ability to perceive anomalies for what they really are. After the Appraiser practically prevents the equivalent of the third impact on New Helios, the Bureau of Anomaly Control takes quite the keen interest in the main character. We get recruited and essentially detained for being somewhat of an anomaly ourselves, and we agree as a part of our containment procedure that we will work with the Bureau by working for an antique shop. And no, not just any antique shop, but a one. This is a half shop, half anomaly hunting service based in the city of Hetherio. Here on out, you are set to uncover the web of secrets of a shadow organization called the Circle and experience a happy-go-lucky slice of life and dark area anomalies, while collecting anime girls to play as. Guys, I have a confession. Initially, when I went to download and play this game, I thought it was the game Anata. The super ambitious, open world GTA mixed with hero game that I've been dying to play and review here. I thought it was released under a new name, and I saw it being posted everywhere on Instagram and downloaded it. To my surprise, it was actually another game that I was also kind of following for a while. Silly me. With that being said, it may not be ambitious or crazy like Anata, but NTE is not trying to be Anata. This game is good and is a crazy competition for the gacha game hemisphere. For gacha game, we for once actually have some interesting storytelling and a real story. Like I said, it is literally SCP with anime girls. I don't need to explain the story further, because first of all, I'm not deep in it, and I also don't want to spoil anything to anyone. I provided a decent overview of the game's story already. Essentially, it is a gacha game. Your goal is to obtain new characters that you can play as in your party to fight enemies. You will most likely be obtaining anime girls, and they come in all sorts of flavors for you. What actually sticks out for me is a few things. I'm not much of a gacha fan myself, but I can actually envision myself playing this game for a good amount of time. The story premise actually keeps me engaged, and it isn't boring, and there is a pretty strong emphasis on the story for once. The characters in combat feel satisfying and with good abilities and character switching fluidity. They may not be as massive as Genshin, but it is vibrant and pretty, giving you the feel of a cozy city life with many activities and side objectives to do, which is done in a way that doesn't actually feel overwhelming. Some small details that NTE provides that keeps me engaged are things like the character interactability and good cutscene/character dynamics. Cutscenes and character interactions tend to have personality. Characters show genuine emotions to the people they interact with and make you feel like you're watching a show. The style of cutscenes and funny shots also make me want to keep watching and get to know the story. Other details like character bonding help you appreciate your little Pokemon people, where you develop levels of affinity with people and receive awards for doing so. Each character interacts with you in a way that feels unique to their personality. You can summon other characters to talk with them and do activities with them. It may not be as immersive as where one meets AI chatbots experience with NPCs, but allows you to build a level of attachment to your characters by turning them from collectibles to interactive people. Aside from that, voice acting in the Japanese sounds great, and the game is fairly small to install in terms of modern standards. Now, to be a little cynical for a good balance. I will have some complaints, even though I genuinely enjoy NTE. My complaints usually lie among what I generally don't like with gacha games and Asian developer games. Although this has been the best case of this I've ever seen, I still feel overwhelmed with the activities bar at times. After completing any minor task, a lot of notifications appear on my screen, new rewards and notifications and the such, which is a turn off personally. While it's not the worst offender, it is still present. Character leveling is confusing to me. Maybe I'm a bumbling idiot or I do not play enough of these games, but there are the modules and game carts and all sorts of things that contribute to leveling your character and gaining abilities/buffs. To me, this is overwhelming and confusing, in which I wish it was a little bit simpler. Low-hanging fruit is something like the repetitive side quests that are implemented to fill in the void. With that out of the way, my score I would give would be an 8 out of 10. This game is good for people who like gacha and people who don't exactly. It is very inviting for new and veteran players. Gameplay, story and the world are all great, and I'm sure many people appreciate it. Right now, as of recording this, NTE is actually making it easier to get characters by providing bonus points. I believe if you put in the promo code NTE have fun, that helped. Not sponsored, by the way, but if you are looking at trying it out, have a go with the code. Little insert. As of recording this further, I've been seeing some AI accusations in this game. The devs claim they don't use AI from what I know, and they also value human works. And the clips that accuse AI are like little animations on the TVs in game. Now I can't give too much of an opinion because I'm not aware of it myself, but from my perspective it is a minor part of the game. Don't get me wrong, I am a strong advocate for no AI in video games and media, and that we should be using human work only. However, in their defense, it is a very minor aspect of the game. If that doesn't bother you, I still recommend this game, and I hope they remove any AI aspects in the future and keep it exclusively human. Though I did see some updates now with some other AI assets and stuff. And if I'm just going to give a personal opinion, like I've said before, I'd prefer a world where we stay clear from that and keep the whole creative hemisphere exclusively human bound and all. Funny enough, when it comes to this type of game or any other game before that, people will be screaming for the hills with AI, but this game, a lot of people are actually defending it, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be realistic. AI is probably not going anywhere, and I can value its importance in assisting and its place in the workplace and how to integrate with it. And I think in terms of games, like, it is good for assets, like, you know, assets to use while you're making the game. And to be honest, if that's what they're doing, it's fine. But personally, I feel like it should be limited there, where it's used for assets and then it gets replaced with actual work in the future. And that is my opinion, and I hope that's what they will do in the future, is at least fill it in with actual human work, because I will have to adjust the score a little bit for using the AI. I'll probably bump it down to maybe a 7 or 7.5 just because of that, because I'm a strong advocate and it's just part of my moral compass. I do hope that they get rid of it in the future, because otherwise I think this could be a really good game to play for anyone. And, you know, in support of everyone, I hope that they take that out in the future and replace it with real people work. So yep, that's my rating. Do what you want with that, and I shall part and all that. So go out there and collect your anime girl Pokemons, nerds.